element, simplicity. Good afternoon to everyone listening to us this afternoon. We got a gen pack presentation here. We're going to hear briefly from the motorcyclists. Then we hear from uh, about this planned justice parade or justice march to the capital. Then today is the first. Is it the first? Yes. Or the last.
First of what?
Youth conversation.
Oh yes, another edition.
Today
It
is
should be the
another
third.
edition.
The third, yeah.
The third Thursday in the month of May is youth conversation. Today, parents' role, God's role in preventing or helping their children from being victimized by peer pressure. I
Yes.
guess that's it.
That's it. You
Okay.
got it.
Thank you so much. And that was just an ad lib.
Yeah.
And Magdalene and others will join on the platform. That is when I say goodbye to today's platform for
Where you
Monday.
Where you going?
I like to
Going
sit
sporty
and listen.
anyway.
Where,
You know what
where
sporty
you go
is?
sportics? Huh?
Your choice there. Where?
Yeah.
Quite
What?
my era.
Investor.
The don't pack it on sporty when you go for your
Where you go, Pella? No Pella. I talk about. Yes.
Puebla.
Okay. So, how are you, Maggie? You're from town, right?
Yes, from town.
What's happening?
Well, good afternoon to everyone, to our listeners and viewers. I'm just from town, and the presence of police is on the roll.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got a feedback. Okay, you can the presence of police officers. I mean, you can see them. They are visible everywhere, and I mean those areas that were designated
Mm-hmm.
for them, uh, to be and inspect motorcyclists, including vehicles. I don't know whether the vehicles inspection still going on. I see why some people, sometimes they park their vehicles, but well, their attention is on motorcyclists, and well, Rome wasn't built in one day. It takes a lot of time whenever we are talking about development. It comes along with a lot of things as well. It's not about, yeah, we want our country to be developed. Yes, we all, one way or the other, will feel some, of we will, in quote, maybe dissatisfied at times. Yeah. But on Monday, it started on Monday when I went at the junction, the big junction around the SP gas station.
Mm-hmm.
There they have their checkpoint right over there. And even though we want things to be put in place, we want citizens to adhere to safety measures. That's abiding by rules and regulations. Because if you live in a country, you have to be responsible enough to abide by rules and regulations as a responsible citizen. But on the other hand, people have to be careful. I mean, those security personnel have to be very, very careful in when it
In
comes
handling the
in
situation.
handling the situation. Thank you. I saw a pregnant woman. It was so unfortunate. I almost lose my anger, especially a pregnant young woman fell off the bike. Up to now, I don't know the status of that woman because somebody came. It was so unfortunate for her. She got on the bike and they saying, "Oh, he's going to get, he's going to pay for his plate or whatever." But usually during this time, even during crisis, we always look out for women, pregnant women, children.
Use your discretion. That's what they tell the security people. Use your discretion.
Yes, it's so simple. You have to be sensitive. You can see a pregnant one on a bike because you want to get at the bike man. Yeah, he's supposed to adhere to the rules and regulations. Then you what if something terrible is happening to her right now because I don't know the status of. So I told the policeman, I told them, I said she needs to do an X-ray, right? Ultrasound.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Your police tried. I was running for a program at the Moses spot. So I just left them like that because I was getting very pissed. You cannot, you cannot cross their boundary in trying to handle, these guys. Let's be very careful. And the last time something like that almost happened to me, I was in office here, getting ready to go somewhere or come on the show, getting ready to host the senator right from Riverside. Yes, I received a call. You were in the office. Oh, Harper care call. The president is coming here. The president is already here. So can you please come? I went to the newsroom. No one was actually there. Martha was there, but everyone was in the field. So I went there and trying to branch the police officer. Everybody checking to the back. I mean, just like 2 minutes away from here. Marcus said, "Boy, yeah, Magdalene, just go and cover the story." He didn't know that Joseph Batoma was already there. So sat on the bike one just to branching to go the Dubero Health Center. All the guys came and running, but they got almost shoot me down. That would be the fourth time I made accident on motorbike. So I said, but why you gotta be very careful? They say, oh, you see, police, you have to stop. And we were running. For me, I'd be on motorbike. I would not just be, sitting there and allowing these guys to just ride anyway. So, while instituting these measures, we have to use our description. Yeah, we have to be very sensitive. We have to be very careful. So I went for the program. I left Johnson Batoma and Arthur Butler. I left them there. I came back because I had to do something. When I was coming back, I went to them. I said, so y'all wanted to show me that. I went to go make fuss with the police people. I said, excuse me, I went in the middle of the road, no car passing, like the whole place so quiet because the president and the first lady, the both of them are in the Dubro Health Center. They want to, I think, dedicate something. So I told them, I said, my people, so you are wanting to show me. I was saying that minding my business, they call me to go cover the same program you won't hurt me for. I'm not saying we shouldn't abide by rules and regulations. But you have to take time when the president is somewhere or you have high profile officials of government or international guests, you need to put something there, make us to know. You keep, because you see one or two police person, then you say you trying to grab the bike, and that's how the young woman fell with her pregnancy. Yes, and I told her, I said, I get belly. I told her, I said, I get belly. When anything, when I feel small pee, and then it end in joke, But on a serious note, you have to be very careful. We know you have to institute all of these measures you have to enforce them, these rules and and regulations, and ensure that we all abide by these rules and regulations. But somebody with that mind business now. Martinez. Somebody can joke on the radio again.
What do you say?
You say, yeah, the every personal. Somebody can joke again. I'm joking. I'm joking, man. I'm kidding. So, so
Oh,
yeah.
it's getting serious.
Yeah, somebody can joke again. MD, how you doing? Oh, so that's it. Let's be very careful. Yesterday, that woman could have something terrible would have happened to her. Yes, if she was going to, because I kept asking her, well, how you I was going to forget about the maritime stuff, but she told me, it was, she fell on a guy, and for you coming on the radio today, you be asking me she told me, said she fell on the sand. So I said, okay, but they gave her water and stuff like that. But worst, so many of these things are happening around. So let us be very careful. That's
Sure.
yeah.
And these are all happening as per the police regulation all over. From one point to the other, the stories are the same. But let's hear from our sponsor, EcoBank, when we come. Interestingly, we got a motorcyclist in studio. He got his own side of the story. We give him 3, 5, 6, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. He's going to tell us what's happening. He said the police wrongfully confiscated his motorbike, and he's fearing, he's scared that he may not even locate since it was struck to Central. First, EcoBank, Liberia.
Tell what happened to you so?
Julie, worry, oh, I need to pay McDonald's school fee first thing tomorrow morning. And today is Sunday, I finish and get one thing.
But there are no problem there at all. It's possible you can pay it tomorrow.
No, that thing, you're not level. I'm not joking. If you can't help me, tell me alone.
Yeah, I can help you. Oh. Let me ask you, have you heard about EcoBank money emergency number?
You say what? Just leave me alone. I'm telling you, I need to pay my money.
Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family.
Orange Money.
Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth,
sponsor of this program. Orange, of course, is Liberia's biggest GSM company. All other promotions, man, try them. You get to know that yes, Orange is actually the emancipator when it comes to GSM connection in Liberia. So let's go across the studio to talk to this young man. He's in the vest as regulated or as called for by the Liberian National Police. He's in his safety boots. I didn't see his helmet, but he said his helmet. Yes, Chief, what's your name? Let's hear you.
I'm Mark Johnson, sir.
Mark Johnson, how are you? Where do you run your back?
Okay, I do live in Pinsville, but I run around in Pinsville. Sometimes go to town from EAW Junction to town, most often.
Okay, so EAW Junction. So
Central
I
Monrovia.
see you got your face is entirely frowned, and I see no joke in your face, no smiles. What's going on?
Okay, so I purposely came here to inform the public about what is going on out there because some Liberian are thinking that motorcyclists are refusing to meet up the requirement from the Liberian National Police. And there's some requirement that some of us we met up with, but yet and still there's some other things that we were not able to reach to for which some of them for me, my bag was arrested and were taken to Central, including some of my colleagues by everything was trucked to Central
When was that?
this morning, sir.
I mean, you were in violation of police regulation.
Sure.
Where did they take it?
To Central.
Where did they arrest the back? Cinco?
Yeah.
Where? 12th Street?
Yeah,
What
12th.
did they tell you the reason?
Okay. I had my two helmets on the bike. I wear one. Also have one on the bike, and with a passenger. I gave one of the helmet to because I always use sanitizers on my helmet. Whenever anybody use it, I will have the sanitizer around me right now in studio.
You need to display it because you're on camera, on video. So
Uh-huh.
display it.
This is my sanitizer I use for my helmet. For each time anybody use it, I wipe it in the spray.
Okay.
And I started using my
Just place it on the deck so the camera can take it. Okay.
I started using my helmet, my two helmets, and my safety jacket since Monday because I was fully aware that the regulations or the enforcement were going to start on Wednesday, which was the 15th. So before then, the police director came to us at SKD. He told us that due to the intervention of the Liberia vice president and other stakeholders, the no-go zone regulations from EAW Junction to Central Monrovia will now cancel it, but we have to follow some rules that you have to be fully attired, meaning you have to have your safety jacket, your two helmets, and you carry one passenger, your view mirror. Then They will give us 2 months as a 3 months grace period. In the course of 3 months, we should be able to have our bag register. We also be having our insurance, everything attached to the motorbike. So for me, I got all prepared before the 15th. I started using them on the 13th. So yesterday, I went to town. Only this morning again, I was going with my passenger behind me. I was arrested. So the officer that arrested me turned the key over to his senior officer. So I did ask him, sir, please, may I speak to you, sir? He said, yes, go ahead. So I asked, I said, what is your position, sir? He said, he's the chief of traffic safety. So I said, chief, if I'm being correct, I did hear from the police director that we should have our 2 helmets, vest, everything, and carry 1 passenger. Then in the course of 3 months, we were going to be looking now also to get our insurance and the bag registration. He said, no, I was on a field that day. Maybe you didn't hear the police director clearly. He said the 3 months was only for those that were flying outside Central Monrovia, meaning that within the course of 3 months, after the end of 3 months, they will now come back to them, which is Pinville and other surrounding. They will now come back to them to enforce the same regulations on them. But the 3 months was not meant for those flying in Central Monrovia. So meaning from the 15th, as you start using your 2 helmets and your vest or your shoes, everything, you should also be having your driving license and your insurance. So I said, what? So I said, chief, is it possible that somebody can get driving license and insurance in the course of 3 or 4 days? He also answered me and said, no. I said, but then why you think I can get that now? He said, you're supposed to have it long ago. That was his response back to me. And later, they were not able to allow me to talk to them again. My bag was struck and it was taken to Central.
Wow.
That's how I decided coming to the studio to let the public know, because for me, I listen to 4 platforms. I always listen to State of Nation and other platforms on 2FM and other radio stations. But this is my very first time. Something that really pushed me to kind of studio. Other people thinking that all motorcycles are refusing to meet up the requirement. No, some of us we met up with it, but because we don't have driver license and insurance, they decided to take our bike to Central. So that brought me here.
So what do you think is the solution to this whole hula baloo and claims and counterclaims? I just heard a police spokesperson on the news giving point by point restricted areas where checkpoints are erected to stop movement, especially for those who are not in compliance. And the whole city is chaotic. Sorry to say, traffic build up, protests, roadblock, and stuff like that. What do you think is the solution?
For me, I'm speaking as a Liberian who mean better for this country. I'm not speaking because I'm sitting on back. I have other qualification only because of due to no job that led me to bike riding for now. Well, I'm not regretting that. But for me, what I already think that with the government do that may ease and to bring down the situation is that to get a helmet, a 2 helmet and a safety gear, that should be the very first thing you ask people to use. Then you now give them a grace period, maybe a month or 2 months, saying we give you 2 months or 1 month time, be able to get the money to to get your insurance and your driver license. I think if you follow that step as step 1, it will help the situation rather than going on. But you can say insurance is $90. Then driving license should be around almost close to $60 because the other process I need to pass through. It's not possible that in the course of 1 week and that you expect a bad rider who also have a excuse, then put a small and attach to other things. I mean, you have to put the self together to get that motor to be able to meet up with that requirement. But you can't say somebody should get everything at once. It will not help. I don't think it will work the way you want it.
Okay, Johnson. But when did you buy your bike?
I bought my bike 2 months now.
2 months. Yeah. Before the police announced these steps, what legal action did you take on your bike? What did you register? Did you have all these things before?
I have my 2025 license plate on my bike.
Okay.
So before the announcement was made that there will be no go zoom now, there's a restricted area for bike to fly from EAW Junction to Central Monrovia. And maybe Somalia Drive, you stop the Freeport. So when the government came up with that, I mean, I wanted the motorcycle. I always told my colleagues that, well, if the government is saying this, there's no way you can fight government. Maybe they know why they are saying this. So we should follow the steps that government want to follow. But due to the intervention of some stakeholders, they decided to have a change of mind. So immediately that day that the police director spoke to us at STD, that very day I bought another helmet, added to my me helmet I used for my bag to make it 2. Then I went, there's a building material store right by Dupo Road Market. There's an Indian I have a building material store right by Dupo Road Market for Bendo Supata. I went there, the vest I'm currently using now, I bought it on that same day. I bought it for $2.50.
Go ahead.
$2.50. So right away, I got my things set for Wednesday. So I started using them even on Monday. And some friends were laughing at me, but if I read your own hurry, I said, man, I don't want to be embarrassed. What government says we should do, they follow. It send they all 3 months to get our insurance and other stuff like driving license. I believe at the end of the 3 months, I'll be able to get my insurance. And I will relax. But only for back, I was surprised today again for my bank to me. I was arrested for not having insurance and let's say actually took me back surprise.
Okay, so you said your name Johnson? Mark Johnson. Unfortunately. But before I take leave of you, do you see these exercises as strange? Because if I can bear witness, the places you apply now, they were never the case. From 2005 up to 2017, whosoever let the motorcyclists out to be plying downtown through this expressway, the only expressway, let me put it in quotation, if it was a mistake, but it is not strange that the people are asking. In fact, one major thing they even asking, the police, the public is asking the police is to reinstitute the curfew at 10 o'clock. That is still relaxed. Motorbikes still have the leverage to move about all this. But I just want to ask whether these regulations are strange.
Okay, therefore, what you just asked me, the regulations, some are strange and some are not strange. Like for instance, I would say some are strange in the sense that if you don't want someone to go to town, it's just better you tell the person don't go to town.
Just what?
If you don't want somebody to fly the me, get the bureau. Just tell the person don't fly the me, get the bureau. But if you decide to have a change of mind by saying,
now I want you to repeat that. Yeah. That is the point for me I got with the police. Yes, I want you to repeat what you just said.
If you want someone to use the me, get the bureau. Just tell the person this is no go zone, don't go.
Don't go there. We don't have to enter an agreement for that.
But if you decide to have a change of mind by breaking some, I mean, how do I put it, like maybe some conditions in between, they'll be able to follow step by step. That will cause confusion. What do I mean? The police director clearly told us that now we will now fly the major highway from here, the junction to Central Monrovia. I mean, you just said that a week ago, and you did told us that you are giving us 3 months. I tested it that day that in the course of 3 months, we should be able to get our back registered, insurance, everything attached. But if you wanting to fly the main highway from here, the junction to Central Monrovia, beginning the 15th, make sure you have your 2 helmets, your jacket, you should be full at time.
So, like your case now, did they issue you a listener is asking? Did they issue you a ticket?
No.
Did they give you a ticket?
No, that which I mean, for me, I'm a professional driver. What I do know about traffic violation is not a crime; it's an offense. So what you do if somebody is caught in the violation, as you said, be able to issue a person's ticket. But they are not issuing ticket, but rather just increasing the number of bags at Central. Just continue trucking back to Central. I mean, it's just that kind of way. I don't really know how to work.
How are you going to identify your bag?
I don't even know right now.
You don't know?
No, I have my lesson plate. Maybe for my lesson plate, I can identify my bike. Well, I don't know.
Okay, Mark. I think we've exhausted the allotted time to you. We hope you're going to get over it. We hope you can regain access to your bike with all those regulations. But we wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, this is State of the Nation. We take a break to be back. Obviously, EcoBank, Liberia.
Tanu, what happened to you so?
Julie, worry, I need to pay McDonald's coffee first thing tomorrow morning. And today is Sunday, I finished, I get one thing.
But there's no problem there at all. It's possible you can still pay it tomorrow.
No, that thing, but you're not level. I'm not joking. If you can't help me, tell me alone.
I can help you. Let me ask you, have you heard about EcoBank money emergency number?
You say what? Just leave me alone. I'm telling you, I need to pay my money tomorrow morning first thing. And then be open way at 9 o'clock. They can't help me.
But you're not even going to the bank, Tano. All you have to do is to dial star 326 hash and request for 50% of your salary. You will pay EcoBank back within 30 days, and the interest are only 3%. The money will be sent to your account in a minute, and you can use your ATM card to withdraw it from any EcoBank ATM.
That man, you mean I'll get it see there?
Oh yes, instantly. I mean, in a minute. But to you, EcoBank that baby.
I think so.
Oh, I beg you, yeah. EcoBank and make things happen sharp. For any money emergency, just dial star 326 hash to help yourself out.
EcoBank, the Pan African Bank.
Oh, thank you. It's long enough?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, great. Great.
You can put
So, put on some.
you didn't really do your work on it?
I don't know what.
Okay, so this is State of the Nation. We got this a little bit of computer. Okay, so let me see what I can do this one. And this is State of the Nation. Unfortunately, we can play this one out. So here we are. Let's take this quick break. I think yes. I don't know. Okay. Unzizi in the Zosa language. The children are going to bed with hunger. Where are the rich people? Shortly on this transmission, update on the planned Justice Parade. Foundation for Human Rights Defense. T1K and others are planning to march onto the Capitol to present a petition. And the lead advocate is already in studio. In the next minute, go strictly into the discussion. Come on, man, you rich people. What are you doing? The young people, the children are going to bed with hunger. You're getting richer and they're getting poorer day by day. The last time I heard it was an abuse of human rights. Let's see whether we can add additional minute to it with this human rights fighter already in studio. This is State of the Nation. This segment will take us up to 3:45. And then we prepared for youth conversation with Magdalene and others. So, T, good afternoon to you. How are you?
Afternoon, Chris. I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I'm always carried away by your vigor and your whenever you're very punchy to push your case. Uh, uh, this latest one is becoming a talk of the town, the Justice Parade. I was just looking at one replica of what you want to do, or replica of what you want to do. In 2018, Adama Dempster and others had Justice Parade, and in 2018, marching on to the legislature, started their war crime. And then you are doing Justice Parade in the course of 3 weeks plan execution, and then to the same destination, the capital. I don't know whether you have listening ears at the capital, but what is the update on the plan and the execution?
Okay, first of all, I talk about Adam Dempster, a very good friend of mine who I met with just 3 days ago um, as part of the discussion on this Justice Parade. The parade they had in 2018 was actually called a March for Justice.
Yes, March for Justice. That's
March
it.
for Justice, and they went to the nation's capital and they deliver their petition. Look, Chris, the freedom fighters who came before us, they did not succeed at one trial or two trials or three trials. If anybody ever thought that the fight for justice in this nation is intended to be associated with just one approach, they are mistaken. The fight for justice is a continuous process. There will always be people who will find themselves among the leaders of our nation who really don't care about the measure of patriotism that is required to steer our nation in the right direction. So therefore, there must be always people among us who care about patriotism, who care about Liberia's future, who care about future generations. Unless unless we engage the fight for justice, unless we engage the fight for human rights, with persistency, with consistency, we will not yield the anticipated result. So Dempster is a very good friend. He's a guy who has been in the human rights community for quite some time. The fight did start a long time ago. He's still a particular in the process right now.
And patience. One virtue I know of him, patience. At some point in time, many people thought that this war economic crime could have never been, and people thought he was wasting his time. And look how far we've come now. So you sue the government on wrongful death of a citizen, and you've been sticking behind this one. You're not getting justice. Sometimes do you give up?
No, no. Actually, what happens when we continue to fight and it appears sometimes that the future for the fight for justice is bleak and that there is no direction, that actually motivates me. I've been reading a lot about Martin Luther King. I've been reading a lot about Nelson Mandela, like I said, and about all of the great freedom fighters. Their stories are not always beautiful stories. Their stories are stories of struggles. Their stories are stories of persistency. People who look into the future and they saw what they wanted for their people and they held on to the fight and they continued, they gave everything they could for the fight for justice. So for me, what I have decided is that to continue to propagate my message, there will be always listening ears. We don't expect everybody to just, grab the message. At some point when we speak, people think that because we have in recent times associated ourselves with a political process, so there is always, a political connection to what we say. But there are always the wiser minds out there who will listen. If you look at T1 in this country, what I've done in the last maybe 4 or 5 or 10 years, you will realize that even me partaking in the last election was a part of the fight for justice. because I sit here and I think every day about what our lawmakers could do better. You know, we choose people to go and represent us. We see them, like you just said, they are getting richer. The poorer people are getting poorer every day. So these are parts of the reasons why we continue to fight. I'm here today. When I spoke with Magdalene earlier, I said, I hope Chris will have a couple of more minutes to add to the segment. I know you guys only got like 30, 35 minutes, so that we can begin to also comment on issues of institutional injustice in this country. There are so many people in this country who lack a voice, who lack somebody who will fight for them. And this specifically brings to mind the issue of the motorcyclists. Think about that. The young brothers are out there in the street, you know, police and the government is telling them to leave the street, telling them if you want to go down to Monrovia or whatever it is, get 2 helmets. Okay, whether you can afford it or not, it's up to you. Get 2 helmets, one for your passenger, one for yourself. What we are here to say is that there are people out there plying the street using motorbikes who are seeking their living. Those people are also providing transportation means for ordinary civil servants. You are out here telling them to leave the street without, that's not how you solve problem. You do not solve problem without addressing the root causes of the problem. Before 1990 Civil War, or crazy, you were here in this country. We didn't have the amount of keke and motorcycle flying the street like that. There is something. We didn't have marketeers all over blocking the streets, going to red light and EAW junction, all these things. Our government come and tell the people, hey, leave, without creating a corridor for survivability for these people. We are here to represent the voice of the ordinary people who do not have somebody to speak for them. We will continue to hold our government's feet to the fire on behalf of the ordinary people. The justice parade that you talk about, the update is that the lawyers have asked us to push the date a little bit because the justice ministry said we did not communicate with them in time. Okay, we are supposed to notify the justice ministry. We are supposed to work along with them to a certain extent. And also we want to be able to communicate the message to so many more people. These motorcyclists that are out there, the tricycle guys that you are talking about out there that people are kicking away from the street, these are also the ordinary people that we are fighting for. We want to have a time
You
where
see the action. You see the action as abuse of human rights.
I really think that the lawyers can comment on that in more details. But what I see here is that they are being deprived of something that they have worked so hard for. These people, these ordinary motorbike riders that are out there in the street, I don't think that is the destiny that they chose. That's not what they chose. They are just striving for survival. Those boys, if you kick them out of the street, Chris, there can be, you know, ramifications. You can kick them out of the street and seize their motorbike and impound it and whatever. Some of them used to be the same guys that were breaking people's window overnight. Some of them, you know, are people who have redeemed themselves from drug uses. So these people are out here looking for survival, and you are telling them, hey, if you don't have money to buy 2 helmets, one for yourself and one for your passenger, don't come on this side of the street. For me, that is an institutional discrimination, and this nation has to have people who will raise their voices to the leaders of our nation to speak for the ordinary people. Look, Chris, I can leave here today and return to the United States and say, hey, you know, I got my children. I got a little 1 cent in my pocket that I can survive on for a little bit. And just say, you know, Liberia, goodbye. But this is not what our nation deserves. Amongst us, Liberia needs the better angels. Liberia needs people who care about the suffering, the struggles of the ordinary people. You cannot have your fellow citizens out there barely surviving. Children are going to bed hungry. We said here just a couple of weeks ago that parents have to decide whether to send their children to good school or to good clinic. This is the reality of the ordinary Liberian citizen. And boys are going out there, and maybe girls too, are going out there trying to survive.
Mario, the same group of people just exercising their part of the social contract to save life and properties.
Ooh.
The government, but this regulation.
How
is that equated? How is that equated to abuse of human rights?
There is no law in this constitutional republic that says motorbike riders and tricycle users cannot ply a certain street. That is, in our definition, discrimination. You don't make laws like that. You don't use power. For me, that is, I don't want to say abuse of power, but that is a little bit, you know, using the power that the people give you against the people. You don't just wake up one morning and say, hey, the place you go to get your daily bread every day, or we don't want you to go there. You own your own.
For what reason? To save your life.
What are you calling save of life.
That's
See,
exactly what it's all about.
that is the political messaging. For them, that is okay to say everything you do, you have to find some form of justification. What we are saying here is, I live in this country. You live in this country before 1990 Civil War. Was there a need ever in this country to save life by removing tricycle people from the street? You will say no. There is a reason I told you why these people, marketeers, are occupying the street. There is a reason why these motorbike. Look, today at EAW Junction, Chris. This morning between 7:30, my daughter had to tell me, hey, I'm missing my class. I'm going back home. There were people walking. These people are contributing to our economy. Yes, what they are doing is not very welcoming. It's not very, attractive. We don't like it. But there is a reason. These are brothers and sisters. They are out there looking for means to survive so that they don't have to break somebody's window when it starts to rain at night. We in the human rights community will receive all kinds of complaints on a daily basis. Just a moment ago before I came here, I was just going through the list of complaints that come to our office. They bring even breaking window complaints. I said, no, you got to go to the state on that. So if some of these people have gone through all kinds of institutions where they have redeemed themselves to some extent, some of them have gone to school. Some of them have just decided that it's not okay to be out there with a measure of desperation. They go to the food people, they go to shops and they take these motorbikes. I'm telling you, that's what they do. They go and take these motorbikes and they ride them and they pay. If there were opportunity for these boys, whether some type of program that the government can initiate, some type of program where they go to do training, and then after the training there are jobs where they work to find daily bread. These people just want food to eat. I'm telling you. You go out there and tell them leave the street. You go out there and tell them, oh, 2 helmets. Why can't the government provide a helmet then? Why can't the government provide a helmet? You got people in this country that are making $15,000 a month. Why can't you cut down their salary and make provision for them? These are ordinary Liberian people, and we are telling you these people are suffering. They don't have anybody to speak for them. Recently, we heard that somebody spoke to the police inspector general and that person betrayed their interest. That they had a meeting, one of that former leaders, that they had a meeting, and what they concluded that person went, that is alleged by them. Those are not my words. But what we are saying is we cannot continue in this country to overlook and to ignore and to minimize the humanity of the ordinary Liberian citizen who do not have voices to speak for them. The Foundation for Human Rights Defense is here to stay, and we will continue to flag these things. The culture of silence and impunity have undermined the fabric of the Liberian society for so long. People are suffering in this country, and you are depriving them of daily bread. There's nobody to speak for them.
So Mark Johnson, a motorcyclist, was just in studio, and I asked him a question which was rhetorical about recommendations to what is going on, and he gave a side of the story. He said, well, he only has problem with the police because police were not straight to the point. The police misled them, according to him. He said, if you don't want me to go to town with my motorbike, tell me not to come here. But not to go and have a meeting and you agree that at a certain point in time I should go. Then with all these gadgets, I have them. Then for insurance, you pack me off, confiscate my bag. So let me put it to you. What recommendations are there for you to the police or the government?
First of all, I'll give you 2 recommendations. But beyond, I'm not an expert in these kind of things. Okay, but what I would tell you is that a whole research needs to be done. A whole study needs to be done. The root cause, when you have a problem, you don't solve the problem by just tackling the problem itself. You might just be tackling the symptom. There are fundamental problems in this country. There are serious economic and employment issues in this country that need to be looked into. What is it that this nation is able to do? What is it that this nation is able to do? So we talk about Article 6 of the Constitution. It is written in the law of the land that the mass education of the Liberian people shall be the primary objective of the Liberian government. For me, that's a fundamental constitutional element that the Liberian government has overlooked for some time. And you guys who are doing investigative journalism, y'all need to flag it. Y'all need to talk about these issues. The government, when the Constitution says do this and you don't do it, you have violated the Constitution. So if you ask me a question about recommendations, what needs to be done? Provide employment opportunity. We have a large government in this country. When you have a large government, you have a large overhead. A large overhead, you go to one single ministry. In that one ministry, you got all kinds of deputies, all kinds of assistants. Assistant for this, director for this, deputy for this, all the way down. And then you come down to managers. Then from the manager, assistant manager, all the way down. Chris, I'm telling you, the government budget in this country is referred to as a large government budget overhead. And that is the problem. So if you are wasting money trying to appease people who ran your campaign, or you want to silence people who are in opposition by appeasing them with some employment, you are forgetting about the downtrodden people. These people will fight for their own survival. If you want to cut down the crime rate in this country, cut down the salary of public officials who are making so much money, empower the police, give them more vehicles, give them more training, improve their salary or structure so that the police can be able to work, and so that these boys too, you provide job opportunity, training, facilities, so that they can go through the training and be able to have job and take care of themselves. So for now, until further research is done, I will say to you, in as much as in 1989, this time in 1989, we did not have tricyclists and motorcyclists problem, then something after 1989 caused it. A research must be done. A study must be done in this country to take into consideration the plight of the ordinary people. You don't just use your power and say, hey, you see AFL guys, you see police officers with whipping their hands and whipping people.
You want them to carry weapons, guns?
You don't want them. You take your guns to your
man. At least we're protecting democracy with rottens. Others do it with firearms.
I understand you say that what you're saying here is rhetorical. Thank you for that, and I hope that.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, Mr. Taylor in a court said, we will not defend democracy with sticks. We use weapons, firearms. But this time around, this democracy is defending democracy with rotten sticks.
Mr. Taylor was tried for so many things, maybe including that. So let him sit there. What I'm letting you know here is this. What I'm telling you here is this. There are national laws and there are international laws. The police, the act that created the Liberia National Police, created them to protect life and property. That act did not create them to go and start, disrupting people's means of living and start throwing people in jail for no reason and just start throwing tear gas on people who have not caused any type of harm to the state. The Liberia National Police was created to protect life and property. If there is a criminal concern and somebody has violated the law, then maybe the police can come in. We at the Foundation for Human Rights Defense, we do not believe that it is in violation of the Liberian Constitution for somebody to fly the street. So we have decided that we will be having a meeting with these boys. We'll be having a meeting with them in the coming days, and we will listen to their concerns. And if there's somebody out there that needs to hear those concerns, we'll try to very hard to get those concerns to be heard. But something is causing so many people to be riding keke and to be riding motorbike all over this place. What Mr. Taylor said years ago, I wish him all of the best. But this government came to power on the basis of 98 promises that were made, on the basis of 6 pillars.
And in just 3 months, you rated them 77%.
On the basis of what they have done. When you have like 100 points to work for, and the first 10 questions, maybe we lost power in this building, and then maybe we have to do some interpolation to determine if you have completed everything, where you will rank. Okay? So the first 10 questions you answer, if you answer 8 correct or 7 correct and 3 wrong, we can say for the portion that has been answered, maybe it's 70% or 80%. The last time a couple of persons maybe misunderstood or misinterpreted what I said. What I said is that on the basis of what this government has done in 3 months, and we get so much point to the issue of the war and economic crimes code, because for me, this government has got the guts to take steps to bring closure to what happened in this country many years ago.
So it's going to be interactive. T, I see a lot of signals from listeners. They want to interact with you. Some of them will disagree and some will agree. I know you have room for that already.
Absolutely.
This is State of the Nation. Please call 0777 285961. 0877-285969. The number to call. T. Wanake is on the Justice Parade. T. Wanake is a human rights defender. He founded, he owns and operates the Foundation for Human Rights Defense. This first caller is on the line. Good afternoon to you. So, Harper, let's hear you quickly. 1 minute to a caller. Let's hear you. Why are you threatening the man? Man, differ with the man. Why you going so down with him? All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Let me take another one. Another one. Caller, hello. Hello. Yes. Good afternoon. Yeah. Let's hear you. So, who do you differ with now? No, but I said it. He didn't say it. I'm saying between sticks and firearm, which one is preferable for defending the democracy? Why, if the police have decided to shoot among the crowd to disperse them instead of using rotten if they go violent? Hmm. Okay, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you so much. Opinion, I like notice. Everyone has it. This caller is on. Hello. Yeah, let's hear you. Let's hear you quickly. Yes, AB, let's hear you. Okay. All right. Thank you, Ibrahim Sakama. Let me hear this call up. Second to the last. Hello. Hello. Yes, let's hear you. Josepha, let's hear you. Let's hear you. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We get to calls, and I was sorry about that. T. I've always quoted this friend of mine who sat by the bedside of the dying Gabriel Bacchus Matthews. He said, "Look, comrade, do not kill yourself for the Liberian man. Man, You hear some of the comment, they totally against this, your stance, your approach, the pattern.
I think not every one of them. Some of them, many of them. Yeah, many of them are against the stands, and some are accusing me of taking a political position. But crazy, you were here when George Weah was in power. My position on the issue was the same. I have come here to defend the rights of people who cannot fight for themselves. I have not taken a political look. There's a serious political issue going on right now in my district. I could choose to comment on it if I want to score political points. I've chosen to leave the issue of politics out of some very critical national issues that is actually affecting so many people. What is going on in this country? One of the gentlemen said, if the government is opposed to, the U.S. government sue people all the time. The U.S. government can sue you. The U.S. government can go to court.
Motorbikes are not in the United States flying the streets like this.
Why are they not there? Why were they not here before 1990? You still have not answered the question. None of the callers answered that. I'm trying to tell you that there is a serious economic issue in this country that is degrading people, that is dehumanizing people, that is reducing them to all kinds of conditions for living. These people are not choosing to go, even the people that are breaking people's windows. As bad as it is, and we speak against it and we condemn it. We didn't have that number of window breaking before the Civil War. There was so much hope and aspiration in this country. What we are saying is that there is resources in this country. There is money in this country, and I will continue to speak. Whether the president is Charles Tiller, Ellen Johnson Sellee, George Weah, or Joseph Walker, I will continue to speak on the side of justice. What I am saying here is that our government owe it to the people to create the economic conditions that's favorable. If there is no money and
until that time, let's lead them to die. Let them go to the slaughterhouse. By the way, have you visited the trauma section of JFK?
No, my team has
go there as part of your human rights advocacy. Go there and see what's happening. The young people between the ages of 18 to 30, they've been amputated for reckless motorcycling. So the government argument could be, this is what we try to curtail.
We need to curtail it. Don't get me wrong. We need to curtail it. We did not have it here before 1990. I am saying to you, in as much as there is money in this country for lawmakers to make 25,000, 20,000, 15,000, and for directors of public corporations to make the amount of money they make, there is therefore money in this country to create employment opportunity for young people to leave the street, or government can provide a helmet. Whatever they can do, there has to be a case study analysis. You have to do a research, and you have a problem, don't solve the symptom. That is my issue, and I want to make sure that as I walk away from here, that Tawati Wanaka is not misunderstood. The motorcyclist problem we got in this country needs to be solved, but not by the use of force. To tell people, hey, I draw a line here. I am standing here with my gun. I'm standing with my right hand. I'm standing here. If you cross that line, I will disturb you. That's not how you solve problem. And that's why we will continue to speak about the issue. We will be having a meeting with these boys. The president has said that we want to cause disturbance. No. That's one of the reasons why we have postponed the Justice Parade. Because we're beginning to hear information that people who belong to other political institutions, who in recent time were planning their own protests, that they were planning to do things. So we want to stay away from it, organize it better, and reach out to all of the participants that we believe should be there. I am here to say to you that we have a motorcyclist problem in this country. I concord with you on that. But the way to solve it is not to grab somebody and say, hey, don't pass here. The streets of Liberia, the streets of Monrovia belongs to the president, it belongs to the senator, it belongs to the representative, it belongs to everybody.
Okay, T. Toba Wanake, the founder of the Foundation for Human Rights Defense, in 1 minute, T, the man who won you in the election, district number 2, is going to receive $100,000 for development purpose in his district, and is going to be executed by LACE, the Liberia Agency for Community Development or Empowerment. If you were the one, you talk about job creation, where would you have expanded this money in 1 minute?
The man who won the election is in court right now at the Pineville City Hall pertaining to that issue you just mentioned. On Monday, there will be a conference at the City Hall to determine who has the authority to receive district development funds. The District Development Council, which works under the executive branch of government, or the sitting representative who works under the legislature. So that issue will be addressed on Monday by the court.
Were you trying to stop it?
No, I'm not a part of it.
They're trying to stop it?
He went there. Chris, don't make me talk politics. But the issue here is the District Development Council and the city representative are in a fight. T1 get that a part of that fight.
Oh, okay, now I understand you.
We are monitoring.
But you could be reached for as opinion leader.
Well, they reach out to us as stakeholders in the district. The Development Council reach out to us. We have a tendency of that meeting, and we are monitoring. They are asking us for our opinions. But I am not a partaker in this particular fight. It is between the lawmaker and the DDC. At the end of the day, the court will determine who is clothed with the authority to receive district development fund and to honor the district projects in the district.
How about T1? Okay, see you next time, next week probably. Yeah. And this is State of the Nation. Up next is Youth Conversation. This is Lucky Dubi Unzizi. The children are going to bed on an empty stomach. Let's take this musical break. Next is Youth Conversation.
Yes.
Ubusugu
the time and the date, we will tell you. So we're not going to waste any time. You all can, I hope when they mute, we'll have good quality, right? All right, so everyone listening, I'm so excited to be here this afternoon because we're going to be discussing finding recommending solutions, identifying problems. Wow. Hey, Nelly, look at your face. Lean, how you doing? Yep, you're trying to unmute yourself. And, let's have conversation. And Alex said you will be joining from office. James Good Flomo said he will be joining from Poland. Um, I don't know for Josh Tegman. He's supposed to be joining us from Germany. And then we'll have our other brother Snap from the US. Yes, so subsequently everyone will come in, but this is the youth conversation. We have 5 years old man. He's laughing. And then guess what? Everyone, I have Victoria, a little Victoria. Yesterday I went and sat, yesterday or day before, I sat somewhere to eat one or two stuff, right? To eat meat and pepper meat. It's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah, I don't know. So when I went and then I saw this older man. He said, Magdalene, I have this friend, that friend, but this little child, I want you to talk to her. I said, who is she? And he said, no, I just want you to talk to her. And I really had a wonderful conversation with her this morning in the office. She came on and it was like we've met, for the past time. So Victoria will be joining us. She will be seeing a little bit of what she's going through as a young person. She talked to me this morning. Yes, and she's very smart, eloquent at her age, and going through a lot, through a lot of struggles. So I rest now and turn over to you. I'll give you 30 seconds each so we can wrap it up quick, introduce yourself, and then we get the ball rolling. Someone got to unmute. Someone has to unmute. You can unmute me when I'm not speaking. Yeah. Someone has to begin. I don't know. You getting me? Okay, unmute me.
Oh,
Unmute,
yeah.
please.
There's a bit of echoes.
Yeah. Yes. Mute me. Yeah, you're silent, man.
Okay. Can you hear me? Maybe I should just give the podium to someone else.
Good day, everyone. My name is Nelly Ariel, and I'm the founder of Destiny Discoveries International. I'm pleased to be here today. Thank you all for joining. I hope this day is going to be a wonderful day that we're going to have fun and as well answer questions of being also a support to our generation. So in short, that's me. Thank you.
Hello? I think I'm not going to speak today.
So I think the problem is from you, Lynn. Yeah, we just got you. So let's go to Mr.
Okay,
Derek.
next person.
Yeah, just adjust.
Okay. My name is Lynn. I'm also the co-founder of Destiny Discoveries International, and I'm also one of the panelists of Youth Conversation. I'm very glad to be here today again. Excited on the topic we're going to be elaborating on. So, yeah, welcome everybody. Hope we have fun today.
All right. Good afternoon, Magdalene. Am I am I
Okay,
clear?
so yes, sir. Just Mr. Dennis, just wait a little bit. The sound is actually from Lynn. So whatever you using in our Netherlands, just try to enjoy. You're laughing.
I'm on mute right now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
whenever you are speaking, we have it echo. There's feedback from you when you
Okay.
are speaking.
I'm just
It
gonna mute
wasn't like
myself. I'm just gonna mute myself.
okay.
Okay, dear.
So yeah, Mr. Dennis.
All right. Thank you. My name is Derek Dennis, and a panelist on youth conversation. And I think this is the third edition, and I'm honored to be here today, so we all can wrap our heads around issues that are affecting young people and how we all can also
All right. So let's go to Mr. Ken. Yeah.
Youth in our country and the world at large. And you know, we once were youth, and then
Mm-hmm.
we passed through some disciplines that our parents and society give us, and to share it with other youth of our time, it is important. So we want to thank you for the invite.
All right. Always an honor. Yes, the young woman over there just introduce herself.
Federal Tambat.
You Tama?
Yeah,
Oh, that gives you your partner gives you man?
easy Mondingo.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were Tama. All right, so it's good to have you on Victoria. You got the name of my late mom. All right. So Victoria Tama is here. I'm seeing another person just coming on. Yeah. Alex?
I'm here.
Alex?
I'm here. I'm
Alex is
here.
taking all our time. The other guy uni oh. Ha yaka. Today umpa is here. Yeah, you gotta be fast. 30 seconds.
Okay, so my name is Alex Escona, former
Okay.
representative in District 5, Masurado County, and CEO and founder of Kuna's Educational Foundation, chairperson, the intellectual class of Pinzo. So if we just talk about the portfolio, we'll not leave from here today. So let me keep on.
Yeah, oh, because they already be in an election. Oh. Yeah. All right, Madam President Cooper, really, really be you. All right,
Yeah.
so we are about to get the ball rolling, and like I placed in the group chat, we are going to begin with identifying problems.
Yes.
Yes. Let's talk about some of the attitudes that we know we've observed within, the young people. Every one of us will say something, at least 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. I'll be looking at the time, and then when you see my face going somehow on my hands, you know that, you have exhausted your time. So you will say, why are you laughing? Yeah, so you will
We
actually
got to manage time
tell,
today.
yeah.
We got to manage time today.
Yeah, sure. So you're gonna tell us some of the problems you've identified within, anything that comes to your mind with regard to the way young people are handling, themselves. That some of the problems you can see around in the corner, everywhere. That says something. Each one of us. From there, we will come to our questions. We'll ask like 3, 4 questions, but very interesting that got some little pieces attached to them, and then we will recommend solutions to parents, to young people, everybody listening. Yeah, so this is everybody's business. So it's good to have you guys on. So let's begin with the executive director of DDR. That's Minister Nelly or Dr. Nelly. Um, Dr. Nelly. Dr. Nelly.
Thank you for the honors. So basically, the
Okay.
question is, what are the difficulties or challenges we can identify in society, right?
No, I want us, before we can come to that, I want us to identify some of the things that you know. For example, you all have come to Liberia. You were in Liberia like few weeks ago. You always come, you are Liberian. I mean, you been in and out. Every one of us, one way or the other. So the thing there is that you in Liberia and the Netherlands, the Europe. I mean, you travel everywhere over there. So tell us some of the problems. Tell us some of the things that you see with the young people. For example, I noticed the issue of respect. Young people now, they don't. A lot of them, you cannot generalize it, but you find out that they don't know boundaries. They by anyone. They talk to people anyhow. So I want to begin with that. Yeah, I will
So
not
let
go
me,
in
let
depth.
me start so
So,
maybe she can get a clue. If
uh,
let me be the first to begin and maybe she can get a clue, then we'll pick up from there.
no, she already get a clue, boy. We'll just begin with you. Yeah, yeah, just go on. Alex.
Okay, so thank you for the show and thanks to the two person in studio for coming up to be a part of us today.
Thank you.
Magdalene, I
Thank
will tell
you.
you one of the issue I've identified with the young people is the issue about human rights. You know, far back then, the parent used to restrict us, the children, if, for instance, I'm a child, I go somewhere in the community and do something wrong. That person, another parent, they're not going to come back to my parent to say, oh, yeah, they're asking for permission to restrict me or to discipline me. They will leave right there and do it. But now, if you do it, other parent will take you to a police station because you have violated the right of their child or children, and they will take it all an issue. So there's nobody really waiting to nurture other people kids in the community when it goes wrong or when they do something wrong to their friends or when they are going astray. They don't want to dive in there because they don't want to get into legal action that will be taken against them by the child family. So it get all the children loose in the community. They don't want to listen to anybody. You talk to once they're doing something wrong, you want to talk to them about it. The first thing they will start insulting you, and you yourself because you know that guardian is
Okay.
there. You will not have the right to go about it. Some of the things we have identified and
Okay.
making it
All right.
difficult
So,
for the
all right. So
nurturing of our children.
the issue of human rights, Alex. Thanks so kindly. Let me go now to Dr. Nelly. Nelly, are you there?
Yes,
Um.
definitely. I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. Let me go back
Thank
to
you.
you. Yeah.
Thank you, Mandalin, for rephrasing the question. The first one that comes to mind is mental health challenges because in Africa right now, if I may talk globally, when it comes to the continent of Africa, we don't talk about when it comes to anxiety, depression, and other mental issues that are preventing amongst young people today, often due to various pressures such as academic stress, social media, and uncertain future perspectives, because these things can weigh on our mental health. And in Africa, we have this saying, okay, we have the thick skin, we can go through it. But it doesn't have to be that way. Mental health challenges is global. It's not only reason why it's more in Europe we talk about is because they are open about it. They are very much willing to talk about it, and they have also a system in place that can help them for these challenges to be overcome. Most of our young people, especially this nowadays generation, we are going through mental torture, mental challenges, health challenges, and when it comes to mental issues, we are having physical challenges that is coming from the mental problem as well. It's not just becoming a physical thing, it's coming from the mind. When your mind is at rest, everything works perfectly in your body. So I would say the first challenge I will talk about is mental health challenges, because as a well-being of a person, it's important you be healthy and sound to be able to navigate the issues of life. And also we talk about, pressure to succeed. If I may talk about the set, I will give, you said I should give three, right? Or two or three. So we talk about one. If it is one, it's okay, but I have a lot.
All
Yeah.
right. So we'll go back to you, ma'am. We'll go back to you. So let's now go to Professor Derek. Derek Dennis. Please unmute.
All right. Well, I don't know why you're making my
Our
introduction.
pro.
Sorry, asking you again.
The
Pro.
You're
professor
making my
here. The professor here.
you're making my introduction so high. All right. Thank you very much. Let me say thank you to Magdalene and to all of you here joining this conversation. It's a pleasure. It's an honor for like minds to come together and try to proffer suggestions to those issues that we think they are serving as a major impediment to the success of our young people. We always say that the young people are the future leaders. One key issue that I want to point out is the issue of low self esteem. Many young people don't believe in themselves. And maybe the background of that problem is because many of them suffer from what we call single parenting. Because the father and the mother, the two of them play a very key role in the life of the child. If the child will grow up to become independent, a lifelong learner, if the child will become confident in life, they must see that in their parents. They must see
Thank you.
Mhm.
the confidence in their is of low self-esteem. Many young people don't believe in themselves. And when you don't believe in yourself, in the words of René Descartes, he said, "Coche tu ecosum." That means as you think, so you are. Man is a result of his thinking. So if I think that I'm nobody, what's going to come out of me? If I think that I cannot survive, I cannot make any important contribution in the society, what am I going to fight for? But if I believe that I can become the next Martin Luther King, the next Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the next Joseph Boyka, of course, the next Magdalene in studio, the next Nelly and Lynn, the next person in studio, then it gives me something to fight for, to push on. So we need to really help young people in that area. Thank you.
All right. All right. So yes, sir, Mr. Kia.
Yeah, thank you very much. So I heard my brother, the intellectual classman, saying uh,
Human rights.
the human rights. Okay, but I will look at it from another perspective. Our young people of these days refuse to listen. Listening plays a pivotal role in one's life.
Hmm.
If you refuse to listen to your parents, let me go to Proverbs chapter 4, verse 2. What it says?
Mm-hmm.
It says, I gave you sound learning, so do not forsake my teaching. Proverbs 1:8 says, listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. So our young people of these days don't want to listen to their parents. They want to do things on their own, anyhow, anyway, when in fact they are not yet ripe. And when you are not ripe, you force it, you become sour. So that's why young people are sour these days and they are going nowhere. And they should be the future leaders. But because they want to force themselves to get ripe, and so for this reason, they are sour. You must listen to your parents' advice, the teaching, especially those good teaching, because they got bad parents that want to impart bad attitude in the children. If a woman was just going around on the streets laying out with men. She wants to introduce that to her daughter by sending the daughter. Those are bad example, bad advice. But the ones that will bring the child up to improve the society is what we are talking about here. So our young people refuse to listen to the parents. The parents with good advice, they refuse. And that's why the brother said, those days, parents used to chastise another parent's child. Because if you do wrong and this father or mother gets to know, they will spank you. The Bible says, he is that spares the rod, spoils the child. Okay? So if a parent those days see that half is going wrong, they will spank me. And when my father comes, they will let my father to know. And he will also spank me. So for that, we used to be on par with the instruction from our parents. But nowadays, the children just want to get read overnight.
All right. So I didn't hear from Lynn. Lynn, you okay now? Lynn,
Yeah, I think so.
you okay, right? I don't want to
Yeah.
be suspended, so let me come
Oh,
back to
come
you.
on, come on. I'm not. Do you even hear echoes anymore? Do you hear
No, no,
echoes?
no,
So
no.
I fix it. I fix it.
All right.
Hey, Prof, how are you doing?
Perfect.
I'm seeing all my colleagues today. Oh, that's amazing. Um, I'm just gonna maybe pick one. Unemployment. That's a very unemployment problem. Is a very is a big topic for us to talk about maybe in the future because like I've seen people in my lifetime going to school, studying, but they never get the job. Like they say, they never get employed in what they study. So at the end of the day, because of the situation or the condition they're in, they just find themselves doing things, jobs that they don't really like. So if you check based on how, I'm just going to say Africa in global, um, job opportunities are very, 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 very scarce. Like it's very low. And if I comparing that with the European system, in Europe they're combating a lot of unemployment problems, and also they are also putting in structure, how can I say, policies and laws also to be able to combat unemployment. So I think also the youth in Africa, the reason why there's stress, also there is lack of identity, like Prof said. Uh, how can I say, the way you think in your mind, that's how you are. So I think a lot of people lost their identity because of I'm not going to put it on the government, but just say there's lack of opportunities. That's just the truth, and people are seeking other countries to find opportunities. So if we're going to just narrow it to Liberia, I think the unemployment situation is a thing that we need to elaborate more on and also combat, because then we can get that. That's when you can get the youth, you know, to know where they're going. The future leaders we are talking about, is start all with education. So some of us here are okay. We are lucky enough to be working now. If you study journalism, so you are a journalist today, and I know that you enjoy working as a journalist. But I know people who have like PhD in education, they have masters, but today they are maybe bricks layers, or they don't
They're
even have
riding
a
bike.
job.
They're riding motorbike.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, so that's right there is
And
you
they are
already
pushing wheelbarrows in red light. I mean,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not, with no disrespect to
yeah,
anyone.
yeah.
Yeah, because lack of.
So
You are right.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's very it breaks the whole the youth. Let's just say children are the future of the economy. If you the next president is maybe a child working somewhere there, and there are a lot of presidents right now being raised by parents who never had the opportunity to impact the country they are staying in. So that frustration alone can make you raise your child in a very different way. That's what they call hustling. You hustle, But at the end of the day, you're not never going to find your identity, who you made. There are so many geniuses out there. They are very smart.
Okay.
So yeah, employment. I'm just going to keep it there before you fire me again.
Excuse me, Minister, who put all of the restrictions in the chat room? You did. You did. You sent voice messages and everything. Somebody just came on. All right. So thanks to every one of you. Thanks to every one of you. Alex mentioned the issue of human rights before. Parents who accept their children to be trained, to be to be corrected by others, by other family, other parents, because they want to instill what is right, what is what is a truth, what is correct in their friends or family children. But now if you do it, the whole family will take you to police station. So all of those things were done because of love. Yes, because of love. And thanks to Alex, mental health. Yes, Nelly mentioned the issue of mental health too. A lot of our young people are suffering from mental health. And she will come back to elaborate the issue of drugs. Now we calling people who are 40 years old disadvantaged youth, and sometimes it gets to the nerves of others, because you in the 40s, 45 is calling you disadvantaged. You got your parents who are well off, they can provide for you. I mean, unfortunate. They already talk about the issue of low self-esteem. People think they lack confidence. And the issue Mr. Kia talked about, young people do not want to listen. They don't want to take advice. They feel too beautiful, too handsome, too smart to learn from other people, to accept correction from their parents. I will tell you this. The last time I was on my way home, I saw a 14-year old young woman, younger.
Yeah.
She refused to follow her mother. She said her mother talks a lot. She said her mother can talk plenty.
Yeah.
So she doesn't want to live with her. She want to be with her aunt. So we asked her. One of my friends was driving out and driving through, and then I stopped her. I told her, I said, "Ma, come, let's talk to the." We left begging again for almost 15 minutes after work. So tired, but we had to, intervene. And then we beg her, put her on the bike with her mother. Her mother was in tears.
See that?
Yeah, so it is not something that we just come here to just talk, and we actually interact with people. And I mean, every one of us at one way or the other are reaching out to people. And then I mentioned the issue of respect, and Lynn talked about the issue of lack of opportunities for. So now, let's get to Victoria. Victoria, how you doing?
Really, I'm okay.
Mm-hmm. You are okay, and what?
Like the children at my age,
Mm-hmm.
some of us in the night, anytime. And when you involve yourself into so many things,
Mm-hmm.
you can be too wild, like having boyfriend, having things now and other stuff. You cannot listen to your parents anymore because you feel like you want more. So no, you are not allowed to be on restriction anymore. So you got your own way now, and you living on your own. It's just how we feel.
But you're good.
Well,
So you how many years old?
I'm 50,
And which class are you in?
8th grade.
Which school do you attend?
I'm attending living Christ
Okay,
institution.
okay, so tell me, yes, you talk about, people, they want to be loose, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, some of the other activities that you observe. I'll give you like 2 minutes to say something before I go back to our panelists. What other things you observe about your friend, young women, your own colleagues? I mean, of the same age.
Like I said, other children are at my age, and as for example, like I was a baby when my father left my mother, and other friends started giving me advice, but you should leave the house, do this, do that. I said no. So
And you refuse. So
yes,
now that when you're 15 years old, I asked you before, you got boyfriend, all right? You got my son-in-law,
no, no, not really,
and
because
are your friends asking you to have a boyfriend?
yeah, sometimes they will
But you
say
are still friends with them.
no.
You
I
cut away from them.
yeah,
Can I do investigation?
yeah,
I can sit here and talk to everybody. Oh, all right. So let me leave it right there, and we'll go back. That's our little sister, our friend, our daughter, Victoria. I met her today. Just
Magdalene,
meeting her today. All right. So let's go back to our people there. We'll use 10 minutes for this session. Eh? Okay. So what are the responsibilities of parents in fostering the development of their children?
Okay, so let me come in. Parent have
So
so many roles to
bring up
play
the
in the
child
life
in such
of
a way
the
when
children.
that child is groomed, they will not depart. That's a full responsibility of the parents. The parent should be a good example to the children or the child. You can't be the parent preaching, thou shalt not do this, and the parent are doing it. You should be an example. So we as a parents must be able to love our child in such a form and manner of when they go wrong, we should correct them with love, correct them with the right tongue of love,
Okay.
not to just beat on the child in such a form and manner that will hurt the child. No, you don't do that.
All right, thank you. So let me hear from another person quickly.
Okay, so parents have a lot of responsibility when it comes to fostering and nurturing of the kids in the home. Like we said last month, you as a parent, you need to create a friendly environment for your children. Because if you don't create a friendly environment, you're going to make the child scary that in case they go out and see anything that is needed to share with you because of your anger that you normally put against them, they will not be able to share that with you. And at times it leads to them doing things that will harm them and even advice that they will take from their friends. It will lead them to doing things out of the way. Now, you as a parent, you need to monitor your children, observe the children, know their needs, know their activities. Because if you know the children's activity, you will be able to arrest some situation that will not go off hand. But when you are not friendly, you don't monitor the children's activity, the child leave from house and go to school, they come from school, you don't care to check in their bag, and they go into school in the morning, some of them you will see them, they will take clothes. They pull in the back bed just because they want to go for Friday. Now Friday, if you take a look around our environment now, Magdalene, it will interest you to know that Friday in Liberia now is a free day in school.
Okay.
Children only prioritize from Monday to Thursday. Friday by itself, no, they consider it no good school. So they go to school, they put clothes in the bed, go for different activity, go for, and the school themselves are encouraging you one way or the other. They make Friday to be just for sports, just for activities that the children are already getting themselves adapted to it one way or the other. So the parents have a lot of role to play, and the school administration too got
All
to
right.
also. And I want to appreciate the Haywoo administration. But I saw the papa on the queue, the children on the queue in the morning, searching no children bag before they enter.
All right.
And it is a normal routine that you do on a daily basis. So most of the school administration need to get into that habit so that they can maintain those children, because a lot of those kids carry substances on campus. And when
Yeah.
they take it in, they don't listen to instructor in class. So they need to follow the footsteps of the Hayward administration.
All right. Thank you. That's we saw it like 2 3 years ago where they tried I know some weapon to school and it ended up so different. Yeah, and I don't like that story. But let's go to one of the females to say something. Then we take Derek and go back to one of the females. Who's in? Lynn?
All right.
No, no, no,
I
no.
just want to.
Okay, okay.
You
Yeah,
wanted someone else to speak?
no, no, no. What? Her line was breaking. You,
Okay. I want to just elaborate a bit on what we just said. Um, it's very critical for a parent to play an important role in a child's life. Providing basic needs is the first thing that a parent should be ready to do when you bring a
okay.
child in this world, which is ensuring child to have a food, shelter, clothing, healthcare, and safety. As a
Mhm.
parent, you need to provide. It's a must because God has given you the child for a reason to bring them up. Now, the basic needs are requirements that are steadfast. Now, the second one, emotional support, which is offering love, encouragement, a sense of security to foster self esteem and
Mm.
emotional stability. These are very important. Education and learning, encouraging intellectual development through reading, curiosity, and supporting academic endeavors in any level.
Mm.
As a parent, because I believe Magdalene is not just talking about the responsibility as a parent,
Mhm.
it goes far beyond that.
Mhm.
Because if a parent themselves have not found themselves and they don't know what they are doing, it's a cycle. It's going to play the same song in the life of the child. So the basic needs need to be there. These I can just say for now, these are the basic needs and the critical needs and the important needs that a parent need to meet in a child's life. Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
yes. Can you break down the basic needs?
The basic needs are ensuring our children have food.
Uh
You
huh.
need to feed them.
They gotta eat.
You,
Oh,
you gotta eat. A
yeah.
shelter
Mhm.
where the child is sleeping, where the child is living, the environment is very
Yeah.
important. It plays a very big role in a child's life.
Mhm.
And we have clothing, basic needs. You need to
Mhm.
give it because that thing also can build a child's self-esteem. If a
Yeah.
child is not well clothed among his peers, it create a kind of insecurity. Oh, I don't belong. There is deep, it's deep.
Mhm.
Now let's talk about healthcare.
Yeah. Healthcare.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Africa is in bracket. Let's just say,
Mhm.
because you can go to the pharmacy and get a drug to
All
just give a
kinds of
child.
drugs.
No, I'm telling you, you have to go to the hospital for thorough checkup. What is wrong with the child before even thinking of going to the pharmacy? And we talk about safety. There are children I
Mhm.
hear. I heard Magdalene. I even saw on the news one time when I saw a girl, a small baby, being raped.
Mhm.
Being raped. What was
Two
wrong with the?
years.
What is wrong with the parent?
2
Why is your
years.
child outside
two
there?
years.
How
9 months.
did they get
13
involved?
years.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, how they
Mhm.
got involved in that kind of situation that they have to be raped. So safety is very important for me. Yeah, these are the basic needs I can say for now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So that's it, and we'll go to Lynn is done. Let's go to Lynn. Are you okay? Lynn, you there?
I'm here, girl. And
Okay. Yeah.
what comes to mind for me is moral and ethical guidance. We have yeah, we're talking about parents. Is For me, based on my experience, my parents, um, they really built like values into me. The lady sitting here today is not a making of like and then society affects the growth of a child to a certain age, to know you're right, you're wrong. But I think parents have more to give than the society. Like, okay, if you were born in Europe, The school has like, I think, 70% say on the morals of your child, the values. We don't have too much cultural thing around here, but cultural thing like okay, knowing what is wrong, what is good. You talk about respect, those type of things. They teach you that in school. Parents are mostly busy going out to work, to provide for the children. But in
Mm-hmm.
Africa, I think we are more active on that area, because Africans, we have traditions. And if you are like, we are from the kissy culture, when you see your elderly, you can talk to them anyhow. You have to put respect when you're saying hi to them. You need to kneel down a little bit, those type of
Yeah,
things.
we know that. We know that. the
So
last time, the last time the president was here, at the time he was candidate.
yeah.
After interview, I went there and went down low, and he put a hair on my back. I said, "Papa, mommy, all they talking, I can be talking. I know I have to show you respect, and that's it. You just made a point."
Yeah. So yeah, those type of things. When I went back to Liberia, I really connected back to the culture, the Kisi culture, and I also interacted with other cultures, and I see that we have similar kind of layers of how we do our thing. And from there, you can teach your child how to behave in public, how to interact with people. And I think
Okay.
parents have to play. They play in Africa. We play a very big role, and we're very active on that. Also, values, ethics, sense of right and wrong. On that area, I think parents need to be more active on that, because I think when your kid is young, the person is going to school and is interacting with so many strangers out there. You need to know, for instance, safety. You walking and someone is walking behind you, and you see this person is like walking for like five
Mm-hmm.
minutes. The person is walking behind you. I mean, for like a sensible person, okay, it's
Mm-hmm.
time to find a way to be
Yeah.
secure
Yeah.
and to save
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
cannot learn that from school. Sorry to say it. Your parent needs to say, hey, if your teacher, like the kids, a lot of rape cases are happening here in Europe. You see little children being molested by teachers. Like one of our panelists said, creating, I think is Alex, to have a very friendly relationship with the parents. If you have a parent that your child can tell you everything, a parent also can teach a child to say, okay, when a teacher touch your chest or want to raise something, it's a bad thing. Those type of little morals, and knowing that, okay, when you sense that someone is doing something to you and you don't feel comfortable, this is how you react. Those are all the part parents need to play. So I how can I say, most manners, I want to speak on manners. Opportunity, God can open doors for you. I'm a Christian. God can open doors for you, but your manners will make you keep that that opportunity. That your character can make you keep it or lose it. So if you have manners, those things, you don't get manners from school. Yeah, they raise they gave you a awareness on, like, how can you can be an effective person in the society, and how you can interact with people in a very professional way. But manners, in the way how you treat people,
Yeah.
parents are the one that need to really raise children to that level. And yeah, I just want to speak to that. Those are morals and things that you get from your parents, especially if you have the good ones. You are
They
really
want
lucky.
they want a female
Manners.
solidarity now. They want a serious female solidarity here too.
No, I beg you. Don't start. Before I come to Derek, manners is important. Everything you just said. Yeah, the last time I was on a TV show somewhere, and yeah, on Tuesday, which was Unification Day, we talk about the same thing. You talk about being, asking God for opportunities, but you need to have sense.
Yeah,
And guess what? What I said, I didn't even know it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. We find it. They say people who are not even Christians, they have sense.
yeah, yeah,
Yes, it's in the Bible. I got it in scripture, but I just forgot about it.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to find it for me just now. So the issue of minors is minors, right? Is
Manners.
it's important.
Yeah,
My assistant here, we went out to do one or two work, And then this young woman who was sitting down waiting for our work to be done, she just gave him, throw the phone to somebody who is older than her, like 7, 8 years, or even if it is 1 year, charge and plug the phone here for me. So I handled that. I took control of it. I said,
All right.
excuse me,
So,
yeah, Derek, you right
all
time
right.
here,
So, yeah.
Derek.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
excuse me, Derek. You listen
Yeah.
music. Just 1 minute. So I told
All
her,
right.
I said, yeah, I come in 1 minute. Let me just learn. 30 seconds. I told her, I said, you don't talk to her in a minor, and she's not your equal. She's not your mate. And you don't know her from anywhere. You just like, and do it for me. So I mean, it's important that people take these things very important. So we'll come to Derek. He got two
All right.
minutes.
All right. Now you are timing me. Okay. Uh,
Oh
so
man.
what is running through my mind
Mm-hmm.
as I listen to all of the speakers?
Yeah.
Uh, I want us to look at the agriculture approach. Being a farmer, it comes with knowledge. You must know at what time to sow your seeds. You must know at what time to attend to the seed. Two key
Okay.
words that are very important for me. Training, like our brother said, the Bible mandated that parents should train children. You don't train an adult.
No.
Mm-mm.
When one become an adult, training is no longer easy for such person. That's why Lynn is talking about manner. And I just want to disagree with me on some issues that you don't learn it from school. What the parents are teaching the kids at home, they learn it from school. We call that courtesy. You learn how to say, please, excuse me, those things, you learn them in school.
But
So
there's something you
many,
learn from school.
I agree.
And
I
the
agree.
parents are the primary caregivers, teachers, right?
I hope you are pausing my time.
All right, please go on. Sorry.
All right. So the agriculture approach is what is running through my mind. When the Bible says tree of a child, when
Mm,
a farmer having to sow his seeds or plant a garden, you don't turn your back on that garden and hope that it will come out well. Parents need to keep their attention on their children. Let me give
okay.
you my experience. I grew up as a child. I shouldn't say single parent. I grew up from 3 years. I was with my grandmother until I grew up. So you can see the disconnect. There was no relationship between my father and I. There was no relationship between my mother and I. So I just grew up independently. My grandmother,
Wow.
through the grace of God, helped to nurture me and to make me to who I am today. Peace be unto our
Okay.
edges. Now, one of the major problems we have in Liberia, across
Mm-hmm.
Africa and the world, but let's face it, many children are unfortunate, like me, growing up with our parents. Some are growing up but with single parents, and those parents, sorry to say, you can't give what you don't have. We talk about training. What training has this woman who is now a mother, what training did she acquire to pass on? Because training is what you acquire from your parents, you pass on to your children. It's what we call inculturation. It's not something new that you are inventing. Let me talk about respect. Respect is not just something that started today, something
Mm,
that we learn from our parents and we pass it on to our kids. But many children are unfortunate because I have been privileged to be a teacher, a classroom teacher. I have interacted with students from all walks of life for the past 17 years. Some of the
mm-hmm.
stories will bring tears down your cheeks. Some, some parents just have nothing to offer. They wake up in the morning and they say, okay, bathe your sister, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. Poof, they are out. And they return very late, they are exhausted, and they go straight to bed. So those children are growing up without any training. Can we hold those children responsible for all of that? The answer is no. because I am not responsible to bring on myself. That's why God passed me through my parents. The role of parents should be taken seriously. And as I conclude, three major institutions make up a good child: the home, the
School.
home.
The school.
Two, we talk about the school. The school is not just about scoring grades. We must look at, we must, there's a need for us to rediscover what is the essence of school. Because many people have limited school to those who score 90, those who score 80, they are the best students. But what is the issue? I'm scoring 90, I'm scoring 80, but I'm very rude. Is the 80, 90 going to serve as character for me, like Lynn said? The answer is no. The third institution, I conclude, the third institution is the church.
Church.
Parents need to take their children to Sunday school. But parents will be going to church, they will leave their children at home and say, wash the bathroom, wash the dirty dishes, and clean the porch. When I come back, make sure the house is clean. And you are not taking the child to Sunday school. So there is no spiritual value, there is no home value, there is no school cultural value. So at the end of the day, the child is vulnerable. Then society suffers because what the parent produce, what the school produce, what the church produce is what we supply society. Then we say government is corrupt.
One more minute. Yeah.
One more minute. All right, thank you. So what I'm saying in short is two ways. Those children carry problem. Parents. Take for example, Magdalene, God.
Okay.
Because you pass through parents.
All right. So
the city will leave.
Okay. All right.
Parents have a lot to do, and we must make sure that parents stand up for that.
All right. Yes, sir. We are about to take calls. Let's interact with the public. If you are tuning in, watching as well, this is a youth conversation on Truth FM 96.1. Youth conversation was earlier on Tama TV, but now we want it to be interactive. So we got a whole team. Some are in some of our panelists in Germany, Netherlands, US. I don't know. The other people that did not come on, they're going to pay fine. And we have people on ground. We on the ground here. We all in the ground here. All right, so
I just want to throw something before.
No, Mr. Kia, we are about to take calls.
Yeah.
When we take calls, then we'll go back to you for party comment. We got 18 more minutes to go, 17 more minutes to go.
Yeah.
Oh, 18? Yes, 18. I will come back to everyone to give a parting comment, but we'll take 10 minutes to have calls, interact with the public.
Yeah.
So 0777285961. Just jot down your points, listen to the callers. We'll give you time to 0777285961 or 0777253819. Let me take the first caller. Hello. Hello. I'm sorry. I gotta get used to this phone. Hello. Hello. Yeah, put it. The thing why you using to monitor the radio, put it off. Yes, what's your name again? You gotta move away from the radio. It's not producing the sound. Yeah, move away from the radio. If that radio listening to, yeah. So we won't hear you good. You talking something good. So we won't hear you, man. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay. All right. They take you to the police station. Oh my God. Okay. So what do you do when they don't want to listen? Yeah. So maybe you can involve other people when you sound too familiar. Yeah. I have to get used to this phone. Hello. 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 Yes, sir. It's good to have you on. My people, okay, let me take it from here. The calls are jamming. Hello?
Good afternoon, madam.
Yes, sir. Quickly.
Yeah, Magdalene, I'm Charles Cooper. I call personally from Carisburg.
Okay.
And I am a class teacher and also a parent.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the discussion is fruitful, Magdalene, but that discussion is a whole kind of discussion that needs more time.
Okay.
But like you said, we should put in our point quickly. I just want to say, Magdalene, the upbringing of a child is not only on the school, it's upon the society as a whole. But the family, which is the smaller unit of society, also have a key role to play, the school and then the larger society.
Okay.
So it's something that is one-sided. It requires a collective effort from both the family, that is the parents, the school, society as a whole.
Yeah.
I've been graduate for over 16 years, and I'm a parent to 2 children.
Okay.
Now, we as teachers may be playing our part in the school, but in the family too, we have to play a part. That parental upbringing, that parental monitoring system in Magdalene is lacking in our country. Someone said the children are trained from home, they don't have to give the school hard time. Because the first school is the family, and the first teachers are the parents.
Okay.
So that kind of training that these children get from home, that's what they will carry even in the school, because charity begins at home.
All right. Thank you.
The school is played by, and there's a gap between parental upbringing and that of the school. Then that gap, for you to narrow that gap, is difficult. Then the society effect also.
All right. Okay. Okay, Chief. I beg you, let me take another direct place it. He said 3 institutions responsible. He mentioned church, but it should be at least a community or the society. Hello?
This is Magdalene. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
And let me say a pleasant good afternoon to all of your panelists. I phone in from District 4. This is the voice of Akwe Senior. This Magdalene, I'm starting to listen to all of your panelists. But this is my takeaway when I listen to my former professor, Greg Dennis. I mean, there was no way he placed it. This Magdalene, that church, all those institution or group of people have an important role to play in raising a child. And this is one way. This is the best way to go in these 3 different areas.
Okay.
This rather than the issue of counseling. When children are so repeatedly, I think the issue and some of the advances will be good. Now we say teachers and counselors, but how many of our teachers these days are really playing that role of a counselor in the schools? You don't find that. If the child lives from home, goes to school, the child then counsel at the school. The child gets from the school and goes to the church and counsel at the school. Not only you will see a very difference in the lives of our young people. So counseling plays a very key role in raising the child or the children.
Thank you.
For having me.
Thanks, sir, for placing your call. Hello? Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Now, this group of people have their own way bringing this type of that tomorrow be of one person open to achievement because that's one person to belong in. Now, this is the community and maybe I don't think too much whether they go to work about they can go out in the day and get to know
Yeah. Okay.
Normally we tell people chat is not together.
Yeah. The issue of human rights. Yeah. Okay. But let me, yeah, I understand that the, where are you calling from? Oh, okay. All right. So some teachers too, I mean, they love the writing too much. Oh. They will beat. Oh, you still around here? Yeah. Sometimes you beat a children under the feet. I mean, you're crossing your boundary. Okay. Let me take. Let me take another caller. Yeah, gotta get used to this. Hello. Yes, sir. With the parents or the teachers? Oh, okay. Yes. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yes, my child can do it. Yeah, my child can do it. All right. What's her name again? Oh, Sony. Okay. Yeah, my child can do it. Ah, so we can be that child. So, yes, my child can do it. Yeah. Hello. Yes. From Grand Bassa. Okay. Oh, okay. Thanks for following. Mm. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I think the parents got like 75%. Yes, we can take calls now. We have to go. Maybe some days we'll have to talk other things because I will give a scenario where my cousin, a male, lost his fiancée, and then he brought in somebody else to as a partner. But then now the girl is at certain age where she can buy for herself. But then he wants her to be bathing the girl that's big. I mean, she's maturing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're off.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, and they that kind of stuff like that. I mean, you can do that.
You can't overly love your child.
Yeah, so let me begin with you. You are party now. You're 1 minute each.
1 minute. So
Yeah.
you can't overly love your child. You can't do that. When you do that, then you crossing your bounds. You're going to spoil the child. How can an 11-year-old child and I can't bathe her. I can't do that.
Yeah,
Even
you.
from 2 years, I can't do it. I'll allow her sister to do that. Now, I got my daughter was in the first grade, and she was in Marata and telling the teacher, when you beat me, I will tell my father to call police. And the news reached me. So
Just
what I
hold
did,
on,
I
yeah.
went
Hold
back
on.
on the campus with her and told her, stand in front of your friends, in front of the class, and tell the
Hold
teacher
on.
sorry for saying what you said to
Hold
the
on. Hold
teacher.
on.
Because this is not America when you tell the police my father or my, so you have to. And
This guy, should be one of our panelists. Hello? Hello?
Good afternoon, Sis Magdalene.
Yeah, quickly. 30 seconds.
How are you?
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah, thank you for. Yeah, my name is Edward P. Kamara Senior, and I do call for Bomi County. Thank you for the topic on the discussion, and I also want to say thank you to the panelists in studio or online.
Quickly.
You know the issue about the upbringing of children. For me, the problem lies in the hands of the parents. We are in the teaching,
Okay.
and we are in the teaching. We experience some this behavior when it comes to the children attitude.
Okay.
And most of these behavior the children have today, they derive from the parents, the upbringing of the children. The parents sometimes will be reluctant on the children when they see the children doing wrong things. Maybe other people or neighbors in the community want to come in to discipline the children. The issue about the human right, you will see parents
Okay.
don't touch my child, don't do this, don't hit my child. Even at the school, where the child will do something that will be ugly and the teacher want to come in to discipline that child, you'll find out some parents will go to the extent of taking that teacher to court.
All right.
And then at the end of the day, you will see teachers are afraid to discipline children. At the end of the day, you will see children will just be wayward, and then they will just be looking at kind of a waste in the country. But if the government can set up some guidelines and other issues to lift up the issue about too much child right, and give some responsibility to teachers, I believe that the children will not be the way they notice. So I just want to say thank you.
Okay. Yes. Yes. So I mean, parents, right on your shoulder. If you finish any now.
no, I didn't know. You told me.
Okay, yeah, 5 more seconds.
So the reason people are placing a lot of responsibility on the parents is because
but the kids spend almost the whole day at school too.
No,
Why
true.
killing the parents?
Okay, let's assume the child goes to school from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2.
3, 4, 4.
No,
some schools 4.
No, that is a daycare. All right, but
no,
this little girl don't spend 4 hours. I mean, from 8 to 4. All right. When I was in Tottenham High those days in the 80s, we go to school from 8 to.
If you're talking about Tottenham High days, that's 1990.
No, not 1990. That's in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, in the 80s.
So the children spend maybe 7 hours on campus. So what happens to the rest of the hours? The children are home.
Okay.
So it is better on we the parents to instill discipline into our children. They go out. What the child does in the home, when they go to the school, the teacher may not be able to stand it.
All right.
It's better on. So the parent has great responsibility. I agree because I have said it on the air. 3 places children should learn: from the parents, from home, from the school, and from the church or the mosque.
Okay.
So I agree with that because
from the community, right?
The church and the mosque are all embedded into the community.
Yeah. Okay.
Into the community.
Okay. So all right. Thank you, sir. Let's go quickly. 1 minute each. Yes, who's starting? 1 minute each. 1 minute.
Yeah, so let me take my 1 minute quick. So we have said it all. We talk about the parent, the church, the mosque, the community, our cultural value. We need to respect our culture. We need to go back to these days that make some of us as strong as we are. That can take years before go to hospital anyway. So the other thing about it now, the last person that need to take the greater responsibility now is the government. Government need to provide opportunity for those who are bright, those who opportunity need to be given to. Government need to go places and spark people with opportunity there, let it be given to them. there be that opportunity that I should be giving up your Mary May opportunity given to the young people. That it makes it better. Come to the community leaders, the local, bringing people in the community, the teachers, they know the smart student in schools. So you spark all of the different people, you gave them opportunity. So thank you for the show, and we hope to see you next month.
Don't go anywhere. Be right over there. You right over here.
I read here.
Okay. Let me take Lynn. Lynn, quickly. 59 seconds.
Magdalene. Magdalene.
Huh?
Time woman. Anyhow, let me just take my 50 seconds. I don't even need 30 seconds. I'm so grateful to be here again. Another episode. Huh? What you say?
I'm giving seconds out. I'm giving seconds out.
You see, Derek, you
We miss solidarity.
So you actually the step and Lynn. I know she was there in the chat room. I'm talking you.
They are rioting against you. They should disturb because we need not even 1 hour. Next time we need like maybe 2 hours.
You accuse me. Such a dog, eh?
For now, we just keep it that way. I will love you later, but we need 2 hours.
Need 2 hours.
All right.
Hours.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Like even one of the people calling, they said this is not a topic. We just need to like wrap up in 30 minutes. Everybody have something to say and also to elaborate more. Because at the end of the day, is the end result we are looking for. It's not just debating and talking and sharing knowledge.
So I mean, we have a national conference coming up. It's coming up, and I know all of you. Well, all of you from that you'll come, and we'll be planning. But it takes time. It's not next month. It's not month after next. We're going to plan it together. We are going to be in it together. Bring our various organizations that we're heading. And then, I mean, it's going to be big. So I know we already started planning already. I mean, we already started planning. I mean, but Derek, 30 seconds. You saw some of your seconds.
You already finished with me? Oh my God. No. It's okay. Please. I don't need 5. Nobody should give me 7.
Nelly, I'm talking.
Nelly, maybe that 5 seconds.
All right.
5 seconds.
I will chap the doctor.
You know, if they pass you can talk. So I just keeping quiet.
I will chap the doctor minutes. Yeah.
All right. Okay, let me say thank you. Let's keep on this conversation. And like Lynn said, that's one key issue that popped up in my mind. The agenda for youth conversation is how we can help shape the mind and shape the thinking and help to disabuse the minds of the young people.
Okay.
To take responsibility for the future, to encourage parents to work along with their kids, the school, the church, and everybody.
Yeah. Thank you. Dr. Nelly, the professor is finished, yo.
Prof, you still have some minutes to give out?
No, you got 30 seconds.
Wow. It's like their show is only Magdalene and Lynn running their show. We have a segment. Yes, I have a serious complaint. Okay, let me just keep it that way because if I start complaining now, it's going to be a problem. They are the one running their show. We don't have anything to say. Okay, no problem. I just want to thank the public, the congregation. I just want to thank those that are listening to us because it's very important. Without them, we can't be here and talking. We want to thank everyone that have taken their time to listen, every one of them that asked the questions, that also had an input in what we're saying. We want to thank you all. If you are listening, we are grateful to you. And also the panelists, we are very excited. I hope this reunion, or because I'm coming back. I was out. I came back.
Yeah, welcome.
So I hope this coming back is gonna be a blessing to us all. Thank you.
So please listen to my baby in studio. My baby is over there in studio. Victoria, what you gotta say? Victoria? Yeah, please say something. Did you enjoy the show? You want to say thank you?
You're on meter.
Let's go on.
It's close.
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, okay.
I just want to appreciate you for giving me a time to sit before these people and talk. So
Okay.
I just want to appreciate you
Uh-huh.
or everyone. I want to say a big thanks to everyone.
Okay, so I met a Victoria today. She's going through a lot, and we are still talking. I told her, I said, I'm promising you, I'm giving you money. Yeah, but we will talk and talk and talk. So, I have baby, yeah. Yeah, I bet you got $1. Yeah, you know, I just sending them to you. To you, yeah. I just keep recommending them to you all. So, thank you all. We have a national conference coming up, and every one of us here have organizations. I have mine, Mr. Derek, Sis Nelly, Sis Lynn, Alex, and how you call him? George Tegman, who's in Germany. He too got organizations. So we want, but we'll come together, make it national, and call you from everywhere in Liberia. But it is coming up. We have to plan. It requires a lot of planning. Thanks to you all for being on today. I appreciate Mr. Care. Thank you so much for coming, for accepting our invitation.
Anytime you are welcome.
Alex, Nelly, Derek, Lean, and who again? Arthur.
Victoria.
And
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
And
you for the
Magdalene.
female solidarity. Thank you for the female solidarity. Anyway,
Okay. Before we can go back to the chat room, I apologize for everything that I did today because I know people will be there to listen.
You better.
We love you, Magdalene.
We love you. We love you. We
I
love
love
you.
you so much. I miss you
Love you
guys. I
guys.
miss you
Thank
guys.
you.
Nelly, Darren has not bought me ice cream. My appetite is calling for ice cream right now.
Professor, you want to put me in trouble?
Yes. For the last time.
Ask her when I call her what I can get her.
Okay, it's not one ice cream.
so we're coming
But
up.
I
So
want
we're
Thank you.
coming
So
up.
we are
You have
closing
Let's
on
go
this
in the
one.
chat room, I beg you. Let's
Thank
go
you.
in the
Goodbye.
chat
See
room.
you next time.